Good morning, Internet. Yashoda here from West Coast Yoga. Today, we begin our second video in the Zonal Acarya series. Last video, I gave an introduction to the Zonal Acarya era, which lasted between the years of 1978 and 1986. Today, we are going to unravel the mystery of the May 28th conversation. For those of you unfamiliar with this subject, go ahead and pause the video to Google May 28, 1977 conversation. Okay, but first, I want to put things into their proper perspective and walk backward through time to that pivotal date. To gain a perspective on ISKCON initiation, I would like to ask you, the audience, as of today, September 17th, 2018, what is ISKCON's current method of guru appointment? Well, it depends who you ask. ISKCON's critics have a standard line that they use regarding current guru appointment protocols. The term the critics use is rubber stamp. More specifically, the critics state that the GBC is rubber stamping gurus. Why do ISKCON critics state this? The answer is very interesting. The current method of guru appointment begins at the community level. A community will nominate a senior devotee. Currently, the nominees are mostly Prabhupada disciples, but over the next few years, more second-generation nominees will emerge. So, a community nominates someone in good standing who is prepared to take various oaths of allegiance to ISKCON. This means no Gaudiya Math enthusiasts. Once a community nominates a devotee, they go on a list and are monitored and evaluated by the GBC for a period of time. Finally, when the evaluation period is over, the GBC offers a no objection verdict. I say again, the GBC offers a no objection verdict, and the devotee is now authorized to initiate on behalf of the ISKCON movement. Later down the line, if this individual deviates from their vows or becomes overly divergent from the society as a whole, we've seen it happen before, then their guru status is placed in question and some remedial efforts begin. In one sense, the GBC is appointing gurus, although in a greater sense they are not. Now, the real question arises, at least for the purpose of our video today. How did we arrive at this system of community recommendation? And what system preceded it? This is where things get interesting. Let's take a step back in time to 1980. By mid-1980, the 11 Zonal Acaryas had been initiating for a period of 2 to 3 years, give or take. But a conflict was brewing on the horizon. Due to political considerations, 2 of the Zonal Acaryas had been placed on a probationary status. These were Tamal Krishna Goswami and Hanksaduta. Tamal Krishna Goswami, along with the help of his godbrothers, organized a meeting in California at Topanga Canyon, where one of his householder godbrothers, Nrsingananda, lived. At this meeting were numerous persons of influence, swamis, etc. Feel free to Google the meeting. A detailed transcript is widely circulated in ISKCON. The major revelation of this meeting was that Tamal Krishna Goswami took a drastic and arguably divergent posture, stating that he and the other 10 Zonal Acaryas had never actually been appointed. I'm going to read an excerpt of Significance. Tamal Krishna Goswami states, and I quote, "Actually, Prabhupada never appointed any gurus. He didn't appoint 11 gurus. He appointed 11 Ritviks. He never appointed them gurus. Myself and the other GBC have done the greatest disservice to this movement the last 3 years because we interpreted the appointment of Ritviks as the appointment of guru." End quote. Very interesting, and actually very honest. Now, if you ask a senior devotee, "Dear Prabhu, did Srila Prabhupada appoint 11 gurus?" you will get a wide range of answers. Even some modern ISKCON gurus disagree on this point. But the general devotee, the rank and file devotee, will answer, quote, "Srila Prabhupada appointed 11 gurus in 1977. Many fell down, some did not." End quote. At this point, we can finally address the May 28th conversation, which is the exclusive content regarding guru appointment. I will read the brief transcript from May 28th as follows. Quote, "Satsvarup. Then our next question concerns initiations in the future, particularly at that time when you're no longer with us. We want to know how first and second initiations would be conducted." Prabhupada: "Yes, I shall recommend some of you. After this is settled up, I shall recommend some of you to act as officiating acharyas." Tamal Krishna: "Is that called Ritvik Acharya?" Prabhupada: "Ritvik, yes." Satsvarup: "Then what is the relationship of that person who gives the initiation and the..." Prabhupada: He's guru. Satsvarup: "But he does it on your behalf?" Prabhupada: "Yes, that is formality, because in my presence one should not become guru. So, on my behalf, on my order, Amara Agyaya Guru Hai, be actually guru, but by my order." Satsvarup: "So they may also be considered your disciples?" Prabhupada: "Yes, they are disciples. Why consider? Who?" Tamal Krishna: "No, he's asking that these Ritvik Acharyas, they're officiating, giving Diksha. They're the people who they give Diksha to. Whose disciple are they?" Prabhupada: "They're his disciple." Tamal Krishna: "They're his disciple." Prabhupada: "Who is initiating his grand disciple?" End quote. Wow. If you find yourself confused after this exchange, don't be alarmed. We are all confused. I have deliberated hundreds of times over the answer. It is an enigma wrapped in a puzzle. What's interesting is that over the last 40 years, thousands of devotees have argued in favor of a 1977 guru appointment, using this conversation as evidence. At the same time, thousands of devotees have argued against a 1977 guru appointment, with the same conversation as evidence. I will let you draw your own conclusions. Please join us next time as we explore the July 9th letter, written personally by Srila Prabhupada 4 months before his disappearance, and which is ISKCON's clear directive regarding initiation in the future. As always, I'm Yashoda with West Coast Yoga. See you then.